Hey y'all, today we are going to make something just a little bit different than the usual type food that I make. I don't know if this is something you can get across the country or if it's just a southern thing or what. It's a bar food or a convenience store food mainly, but you can get it in the grocery store. But we're going to make pickled sausage. But what I'm going to use is hot dogs and Bologna. You can use Kielbasa, little Smokies, salami, any type meat you want as long as it's cooked. You have to make sure that the meat's cooked. You can't do this with raw meat. But anyway, I'm going to show you my meat. I have the bologna cut up in fourths, and then the hot dogs are cut in thirds. I saved some here so I could show you. This is the bologna, and I prefer with this to use the chicken and pork. I don't care for the beef as much. So I think these were like $1.58 for a whole container at Walmart and Oscar Mayer. So I just cut it down the middle, and I am being careful. And then cut it again. And we like to put this on crackers, so this size works real well. And so that's ready. Then I saved 4 hot dogs to show you, and I just cut these in thirds because I think sometimes this can get a little hot or a little spicy on you, and you may not want a whole hot dog. So if you have them in thirds, you can pretty well get the amount you want to eat without wasting. So there's that. And this is the hot dogs I use. Gwaltney Great Dogs. And they're chicken hot dogs. And the pack of 24 was 3 something, and I used 3 packs. And the bologna, I used 4 packs. So let me rinse my hands off. Some people even pickle eggs in this. I don't care that much for the pickled eggs in this. I like eggs that have been done in beet juice, and I'll make some of those one day. But what we're going to do is start our brine, and that's what it's called, is a brine. So you just add all your ingredients together at once, and you do 1 cup of water, and you do 4 cups of vinegar. I prefer the white vinegar for this recipe. You can use the apple cider vinegar though. And I'm going to go ahead and turn my burner on, because what you want to do is get this to come to a boil and then just go ahead and cut it off. So 4 cups of vinegar. And this recipe is not something that everybody will like, but I hope that if you have the opportunity, you give it a chance, because my husband didn't think he would like it, and he loves it. Then I use Frank's Redhot. To me, this is one of the very best hot sauces, but you can use any kind of hot sauce that you like, whatever your favorite is. So add 1 cup of it. This looks like a little less than a cup. I think I have another kind sitting over there. Let me check. Oh, good. I had a whole nother bottle I didn't realize I had, so that's good. I always try to have everything open, but it won't take but a second. So finish filling up the your cup, your 1 cup measuring cup, with the hot sauce. Then, here is dried pepper, the crushed red pepper. I'm going to put, maybe not quite that much. That looks like maybe a teaspoon. If you really enjoy hot things, put more in it. I like it hot, but I don't like it where it hurts me. This is not bread and butter pickles. This is my garlic that I make up from fresh, and I'm gonna try to drain off some of that oil off of it. And I'm putting about 2 tablespoons of that. Then here's the paprika. And this is good for the color. This looks like a really good heaping tablespoon of paprika. If I had red food coloring, I would put it in there, just because when you buy this, it usually is red, but the paprika will help with the color. And it, of course, you know, it doesn't add anything to the taste. So the next thing is pickling spice. And I'm going to put 4 tablespoons of pickling spice. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm hoping that this is enough brine to go in what I'm going to fix all the hot dogs in Bologna, because it's going to be packed pretty full. So I think this should be enough. I wanted to show you the jars I'm using. Now, I'm not canning this. I'm just putting it in a glass, big half-gallon glass canning jars. Let me take one out. I got these at Walmart, and they came in a 6-pack, and they were almost $11. So I wanted something with a good tight lid on it, and I sure didn't want to use plastic. So that's a good deal. And if you want to give something as a present that you make, or just have other things that you want to put in those, you can. And the last thing that we're going to put in is 1/3 cup of sugar. I bought some of these at a like a salvage food store the other day, and they were so good, and I thought, well, I don't know when I can go back and get some, because it being a salvage food store, you know, the vinegar's strong in this. You know, they may not have it when I want it, so I thought, well, I will make my own, and then I won't have to worry about it. So, like I said, what you want to do is get this to come to a boil, and then just cut it off and let it sit for just a little bit. A tip that my mom used to do is when she would can, she would take a knife. Well, she used like a quart container, but she would take a knife and set it down in here with the end hanging out, of course, and then she would put her hot things in, and the knife absorbed the heat, and her jars wouldn't break. So if you can, that might be something that you would want to try. So let me move this out of the way. And I'm going to go and come back so I don't run out of time. Okay, I'm going to take my meat that I have cut up here, and I'm going to take a jar, and I'm going to start breaking my bologna apart and just putting it in. You don't want to have this where it's just all mashed together. It needs to have a little room to absorb the brine, but you can pack it pretty full. And like I told you, we like this on crackers, sometimes with a little cheese on it, and Ritz crackers is good, or a saltine cracker, whatever you like is good. Whatever works for you. And you could use, you know, most any meat. I don't think, personally, something like turkey or ham would be good. But if you want to try it, you know, that would be good to hear how it tasted. So what I think I'll do is go ahead and get all the meat in here and let that come to a boil, and then I'll come back and I'll show you putting the brine in and what it looks like. So I'll see you back shortly. Okay, everything is ready now to put the brine into the hot dogs and the bologna, and I really am not a good guess on how many hot dogs and bolognas go in jars, because I thought I would have 2 jars and a little bit left to go in a 3rd jar, and I actually have 2 jars of bologna and 2 jars of hot dogs. But that's okay, because my kids love this and we love it, and it's fine. So here's the brine, and when I saw I had so much left, I went ahead and just made another recipe of the brine, just like the first recipe I did with y'all. I did another, I added a second recipe to the first one, so that's all I did. So now we're going to fill up our jars, and you'll have to fill up your jar and then gently shake it a little bit, and go back and add a little more brine for a while, because the brine will find pockets and stuff that it missed getting in, and so you're going to want all this covered. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this up. Get a paper towel here. So I'll come back and refill some more. But I let this brine cool down to room temperature because I did not want the heat from the brine to bring out the fats in the meat. So you're just trying to separate the meat a little bit and get the brine in there. And so now you can see that that went down, and I'll have to cover. Okay. So that is the first one. I will keep these in the refrigerator just to be on the safe side about not wanting them to spoil. And I don't know if I might have to make more or not. I guess we'll see. Kind of looks like I may have to make more. But here it is. I'll fill up the other two in a minute, but here it is. It really is delicious when you should wait several days before you try to eat it, and it will be fully flavored in a couple weeks. But like I say, you can start eating it after 2 or 3 days. But let me move this out of the way so you can see a little better. There they are. It's really good. I hope that you can give it a try. I know it probably doesn't sound like one of the best things that you could ever eat, but it really is good. So I appreciate you watching today, and I hope that your day's going great, and have a wonderful tomorrow. I will see you soon. Take care, and bye-bye.